Howdy, everybody, and welcome to Sunflower Pie. Would you care for a slice? This is a short visual novel about sunflower pie. Uh, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know much about it as I was browsing through Steam and I came across it. So, that's gonna be the fun part. Ooh, oh, okay. That's a that's a start. The smell of burning skin pulls me away from my bed sheets. A pair of hungry sunflowers amass in a tight little cluster outside my window. They stare at me with wide, unblinking eyes. Oliver, breakfast is ready. It's not polite to keep the cook waiting. If it was up to me, I'd sleep forever. Honestly, that's a mood. Oh shit. But in this house, your dreams end as soon as breakfast is ready. No exceptions. Say something so I know that you're still alive. They pulled the locks off my doors ages ago, so I need to get up before mom takes any serious action. It's not like she hasn't done it before either. Standing cross-armed in the middle of the room while I scramble to find a pair of socks or pants or even underwear. Shame is an excellent motivational tool after all. Funny enough, I found out the best way to avoid these situations altogether was just sleep in jeans and a t-shirt. Sure, it was uncomfortable, but at least this way I can leave the room whenever I want. And as long as I look presentable, that's more than enough for them. I just gotta not mess this up. Sliding on a pair of flip-flops, interesting footwear choice, I make my way into the kitchen. The stench here is overpowering, but at least it's familiar. I feel like I've heard this song before. Mom waits for me with a tray of something in her left hand. Good morning, Sunshine. Happy Sunday. Make sure to finish this before Judith picks you up for church, okay? She aggressively slides the tray across the table. The head of a massive sunflower stares at me from a cradle of flaky pie crust. Eat your breakfast, Oliver. What? Whoa, okay. Please don't make me. I'm not making you do anything. I'm encouraging you to start the day off right. For a grown man living in the civilized world, breakfast should be a non-negotiable part of every morning. Obviously. How can you expect to survive out there if you can't even do something this simple? She's right. If I can't feed myself consistently, there really isn't much hope for me, is there? Oh. As I grab my fork, the unblinking eye of the sunflower starts to twitch a little. Every petal begins slowly folding towards the center. I fold my tongue to the back of my throat and get ready to make myself vomit. Oh, thank the Lord. I, okay. Oh, that must be Judith. Can't keep my future daughter-in-law waiting, can I? Wasting not a second of her time, Mom scuttles out of the kitchen. The garbage disposal? Grab a spatula from the cupboard and rush your pie to the garbage disposal. There's a bit of a struggle at first, but eventually I manage to press it all down into the void. Thin yellow ribbons start to stretch out of the hole as I flick the switch next to the sink. The vortex of blades make quick work of my breakfast. Turning on the sink to help drown out the noise and wash the spatula, I sprinkle a few crumbs and twitching petals back into the aluminum pie tin. Not the most convincing display of a well-eaten breakfast, but it's better than nothing. I wait a believable amount of time before entering the living room. Hello? Wait, what? It's I got a lo-fi beat going. Okay, it's kind of like what was it? Welcome to Grimwood, I think it was. Instead of Judith, though, Miss Lawrence is the one waiting for me on the couch. Ah, there's my star pupil. You know, I haven't been around much this week, but I hope you and Violet have been enjoying your last few days as seniors. You must be, considering how much time they've been spending together. Sure hope us and someone's niece doesn't end up getting pregnant. What? What? Autism and epilepsy would be quite the combo, wouldn't it? What? I I don't even know how to respond to that. Oh, Dolly, what's the harm in letting kids be kids? They're both 18. Why are we children anymore, don't you think? Well, they're not exactly adults either. Lighten up. Maybe go out on the patio and mow a little bit of grass? Miss Lawrence takes a stray $20 bill off the table and hands my mother a bag of grass clip, if I can speak. Mom rolls her eyes and stuffs the plastic baggie behind the folds of her blouse. Whatever you say, Louise. Sunday is the day of rest, right? Miss Lawrence is here to take you to church, Oliver. Apparently the Helvig family is having car troubles with all three of their Corvettes and Judith's minivan. Horrible. All three Corvettes and a minivan? I finished. Yeah, I finished my breakfast. Yeah. Yeah, Mom. Good. Go put on something more respectable before you leave. You're going to a place of a warship, not another one of you and Ashton's shitty punk shows. Run along now, Oliver. Okay. Oh, and one more thing. Say goodbye to your father before you go. You spent a lot of time in the backyard yesterday. He needs to check you for ticks. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so what's the story so far? As I was not expecting that combo, like this dialogue. Hi, Dad. What do you want? Actually, hang on, since it seems to be like a sinister thing, uh, let me see if I could do something. What do you want? Oh, that actually works. What do you want? Oh, wait, I'm on one screen, so it's gonna be annoying. I'm going to church and spending time with Violet. I won't be back for a bit, so... Come closer. I do as I'm told and I move closer to him on the bed. I see the candlelighter next to us and the dresser and begin holding my breath. Ooh.
You're clean. Have fun with your girlfriend.
Thanks, Dad. I'll be home later.
Be safe.
Okay, cool. Supportive dad. Dad folds into himself and goes back to sleep. I eye the candlelighter next to him one more time and take a deep breath. Did I take it? Mr. Lawrence declines to stay for coffee and escorts me out the door. Christ on a cracker. What on earth happened to you, Dolly? Miss Lawrence pinches the bridge of her nose and sighs. Sorry. That was unprofessional of me. Are you doing alright now, kiddo? I feel like I'm having a nightmare. If it's any comfort at all, there's no such thing. Don't worry, nightmare or not, I won't let anything happen to you. You're gonna graduate one way or another. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a very good teacher, would I? But enough of that. Let's get you where you need to go. Miss Lawrence lets the Helvig twins, Judith, and Andy know that I'm on the way to their house. She says that Violet will be waiting at our normal spot on the beach once I'm done with everything else. She urges me to enjoy my time with her. Other than Andy ducking out for a jog mid-sermon, church is normal as it can be. Oh, what the hell? After a wonderful lunch, a very normal fried chicken, very normal sweet tea, and exceptionally sweet biscuits, Judith and I find ourselves alone in our room. It's just not fair. You're skinny, but it's not like you're starving yourself. There's no reason you shouldn't be allowed to prepare your own meals. Judith, the oldest of the twins, the girl who's been my best friend as long as I can remember. For her, speaking is easy. I close my eyes and take a deep, healing breath. Thank you, Judith. But it's not a big deal, really. The design is creepy, but pretty neato. As we were like, what, day 8 of uploading every day? I mean, all these games are recorded in a session, so it's one of those, I think this is gonna be 8 or 9. Yes, it is, Oliver. Look, Sunflower Pie is probably just the newest homeopath. What? Hang on. Homeopathic craze sweeping the nation. Her support group likely recommended it to her after browsing the internet for 5 minutes. This will pass just like any other fad. It's whatever. They're trying to cure you again. I can only shrug. Judith's hands curl into petite, shaky fists. She's delusional. Sunflower pie. I don't know if there's actually nutritions in sunflowers. I know the seeds are good for you. Whatever your mother thinks she's feeding you, it doesn't exist. And even if it did, it shouldn't matter. You don't need a cure. You never needed a cure. You kept me in your life since we were children, and that's no accident. It's clear Miss Lawrence did a good enough job teaching you, so why do your parents even care? I don't know why they care, but they do. You can't really change what people care about. It doesn't matter if I've improved. Not really. They won't stop caring until I'm either normal or dead. That's just the way it is. Or... Or what? Until they think you're dead. Excuse me? Come live with me. What? Hang on. Live with you? At least until the summer ends and you and Violet can go to college. You know I can't do that. Why not? It feels dishonest. Oliver, okay, this is a hell of a story. Oliver, they're only going to get more insane the closer you get to moving out for good. But my parents are cops. We can keep you hidden. I'll keep you safe. You don't understand. What I don't understand? It's it's dishonest in more ways than one. I don't like lying to people. That's your reason? I mean, okay, that's honestly valid, but I think I agree with Judith. Don't be selfish. If anything happens to you because of them, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Don't say things like that. I'm not your responsibility. Of course you are. Judith. Oh. Oh. Aww. No. She's trying to help. Ah, fuck. Damn it. I shouldn't have said anything. What's the point? So, anger issues? What's the point of being able to speak if I'm just going to keep losing control? What's the point of talking if it just creates more chances for Judith to hate me? I feel a deep wave of shame pass over me as I look her way. I, oh. No, it's fine. I was young too, I guess. That's no excuse. It's not your fault. Person's home should be a place of rest and relaxation. It should be safe. You just need a calmer environment, I'm sure. So let me help you. So I'm talking about. You're sure that's what I need. You're confident about it. Everybody always has these conflicting opinions about what I need. My parents, Miss Lawrence, you. Everybody's confident they know what's best for me. And maybe they really do. Maybe I'm really that stupid, but I don't think there's a way to make all three of you happy. Not without becoming something else entirely. I don't think it's possible to give everybody what they want. Oh, feel any better? Oh, isn't it obvious? She really is a wonderful person. Oh, it doesn't matter if her intentions are good, because right now, her hug is just another gift. A meticulously planned gift to make me feel better. It's all sunflower pie. All of it. What? And I need to start prepping my own meals. Otherwise, I'm just another tick. I need to go. Already? Yeah, I'm sorry. But there's someone I need to talk with for a bit. You mean Violet, don't you? She's waiting for you, isn't she? You're going to live with her instead, aren't you? No, it's not like that. You don't need to lie to make me feel better. She's your girlfriend after all. It makes sense. You know I'm not lying, it's just... Yeah, it's complicated. She's the only one of us that doesn't know what's best for me. I think I need a little bit of that right now, don't you? Oh. My offer still stands. It doesn't matter where we really are or what this really is, my offer still stands. My offer still stands. Ugh, I gotta work, I really need to work on enunciation. Please, if you ever feel like moving out, just remember, you'll always be safe here. I will do whatever I can to make this place your home. I promise. Oh, Okay, that's a wholesome character. There are many safe ways to remove a tick from your body, apparently. Emily told me about them recently. Emil. Okay, I thought it was Emily. He told me the last time him, Ash, and I went camping. Spinning around it with a cotton swab, gently using tweezers, even basic soap and water works if you're patient enough. As time goes on and our species continues to find more creative solutions to each and every problem we face, the list of ways to effectively and safely remove a parasite from your body will likely grow. Okay. But these are things that a 6-year-old doesn't really know. When you're 6 years old, you just have to trust your parents that everything will be fine. So when your father says the only way to kill that tick you picked up in the backyard is to burn it off, well, when you believe him, you don't need to think about how needlessly. Oh, okay. You don't think about how needlessly large the flame from the candle lighter is. You don't think about simply heating up a needle instead. You don't think about how the dirt feels against your cheek as he presses you into it. You don't question these things. You just do as you're told. You stare up at the sunflower as your mother just planted, their hungry eyes glaring at you, at your warmth and your blood like the rising Florida sun. But thankfully, you don't stay 6 years old forever. Thankfully, you change. You learn. It's unavoidable. Nobody knows that better than Violent, the girl who had to grow up faster than any of us. Nobody is better at helping you think of a creative solution to your problems. It's one of the many reasons why I love her. It's why... Oh. Oh, shit. Violet turns to my voice. She crawls towards me in the sand, a second pair of limbs twisting around her neck. Her voice is smothered by thick roots and stale blood. Oh. He's... Run. She crosses into the sand as countless sunflowers shoot happily out of her spine. Her body stops moving, but only for a second. Hungry, the newborns turn their budding heads not towards the sun, but to me. Violent's limbs start moving again. I feel my face begin to swell with tears. You! What did you do to her? Okay, here we go again.
The downside of a one-screen setup. I did nothing. She was already covered in ticks. She was already sick. It's nobody's fault. Do it. Bite the hand that feeds. It doesn't matter. You're still covered in ticks. You will always be diseased.
Wow, okay. But then, like cold water rolling over a dry, hot sand, something changes. I begin to feel myself age. I feel clean. I pull the candle lighter out of his gut and look at Violet. The wet tears in my eyes begin to clear the heat from my vision. Whatever. That word means nothing coming from you. Face too swollen to talk anymore, I turn away from him for good and begin running back to Judith's house. Judith! I frantically search around the living room. A heavy thumping comes from upstairs. My mother stands in the middle of the bedroom with a hungry tin of sunflower pie. Behind her bookcase, I can see Judith hiding with a rather large butcher's knife. You didn't finish your breakfast. Why am I not surprised? I bet it tastes like sweaty dumpster fudge any way you hack. Even so, stupid girl, I was gonna let you marry him. But now, I think he needs a little more time at home, don't you? You don't get to decide that. Even so, Mom doesn't seem phased. This isn't good. Judith hits the bed frame and tumbles over onto the mattress. She shakes my hands off her body and begins looking around the room. It's a knife. Oh shit. To the bed. Oh shit. You're completely incompetent, Oliver. You see the friends like her will always feed from you until they're full? Shut up. Fucking pig food. Foul mouth. Wow, okay. Back of your neck. Point them out to burn them off your body. Pie towards my face. Now, eat your breakfast. Something loud cracks through the air. And a second time. And a third. And a fourth. And a fifth. Oh shit. Mr. Lawrence, I can't even process what is happening. Miss Lawrence stands on the doorway, smoke billowing from the tip of the revolver. There are tears in her eyes. Good Lord, Dolly. What happened to you? Mom grabs her chest and falls into the space between Judith and Andy's beds. As she does, Judith moves over to the sunflower pie. It squeals in agony as she repeatedly crushes it under her heels. Enough. Both of you, get away from her now. The two of you aren't nearly lucid enough. This will only slow her down at best. She finds her knife stuck in the little flick of her list. Shakes her head. Already, Mom is beginning to claw the sides of the bed and pull herself up. What? My hand. Don't worry about Violet. None of this is as bad as you think it is. Oliver, I need you to shoot myself. What? Remember everything you experienced tonight as you do. Hold on to it. Learn from it. And I swear no harm will come to you. Are you insane? I need to kill this lady. I... Get out of here. This is your lesson. You need to act while these feelings are still fresh. You are dealing with matters far beyond the scope of basic human understanding, Miss Helvig. Trust me, this is the only way for any good to come out of this. This is too real. If you shoot yourself, you're gonna die. The gun feels heavy in my hand. Suicide or murder? Uh... Pie. What happens if I do what I want? I can't make everyone around me happy as much as I want to. From changing either, it seems. Sometimes, as much as it sucks, there's really only one good solution to a problem. Maybe this is it. At least this way, if I change, there's a chance I'll change into something I can live with. On the bed I kneel next to my mother. Hey, she's crying, obviously. I'm sorry. I know you probably worked hard on that. My mom looks up from the floor. You're a picky eater, Oliver. I shouldn't be surprised. You've always have been ever since you were a kid. I know. I'm not a kid anymore. I just wanted you to try something new. I know. Listen, Mom, I don't think I can live with you and Dad anymore. I know it's gonna be new and scary, but I'm 18 now. I think I'm ready. I need you to be ready too. What I have is almost certainly genetic, which means as much as she doesn't want to admit it, Mom probably has a hard time with change as I do. She's always been terrified of things she isn't prepared for, at least to some degree. Even so, every child should strive to be a better version of their parents. So I owe this to her. I owe this to myself. She isn't saying anything. Am I really doing the right thing here? I move closer to her on the floor and put my hand on her shoulder. What? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Wait, what? The art style change. Hold on. It was very well spoken. Good job, son. Don't try to help me anymore. I need a couple months alone, maybe even a couple years. So don't come looking for me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? She nods. I grab a chunk of summer pie off the floor, limp and lifeless. Mom and I work together to pick all the floor and put it into this wastebasket. But she was shot. Okay then. I'm going now. Sorry I had to be this way. Your hair. You used to have such beautiful curly hair. I was so happy when I saw that you ended up getting it from me. So why'd you get rid of it? Why? Why did I straighten my hair? It's hard to remember the exact reason, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I move in and give my mom a gentle hug. Because I wanted to. It still crawls on its own every now and then again. Don't worry. It's always going to be there. She hugs me back. That's fine then, I get. What? Bye? Yeah. Bye, son. Stay safe. How much of that was real? Doesn't matter. What? I, I, I that, it's tempting just to be homeless for a while. Sirens call. Florida's a nice town. There's lots of places on the beach where I could sleep. It's not like I have that much to carry around either. I'm certain I could pull it off, at least until college. Something else tells me that solitude would give me plenty of time to make sense of all this. It could give me time to write. However, I can think of a few people that might be against that idea. I, I know. Your offer still stands. Thank you. Uh, into the morning light, surprising no one, the Florida sun is delightfully oppressive. Just give me a day or two to sleep on it, okay? Uh, what? Okay. Uh, 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 huh? I I don't. Wh what was the meaning of the game? Okay, start. Wait, why am I even starting again? Oh, okay. Well, anyways. Wait, why did I close the game? I can look at the different routes. Ah. Okay, sorry, I'm not thinking straight. Wait, this wasn't here before. Info Hauser? I, I? Oh, wait, what? Of course, the most unstable one was going to be French. That girl always been quite the poser, so it makes sense that things would be a little shaky with her in charge of the tropes. You think she'd take more pride in her Danish heritage, but I guess that's not as romantic as being a submissive friend. Whoa, okay. Weirdo. Still, I'm surprised she was able to influence as much as she did. What happened to Violet here was almost certainly her fault. The timing was too perfect. The situation is too consistent across every instance, even this janky French one. And it's not like she can think of anything more creative than death anyway. Typical for a child of a narc. Alright? Even if this isn't the exact result she wanted, thank God something still needs to be done. She doesn't realize we're all butterflies drinking from the same bowl. She doesn't know how easy it's going to break the surface tension, how easy it can be to drown. What? Hang on. I. The truth is meaningless. It is something another person simply tells you. After all, the whole point of schooling is to create the perfect scenario for you to stumble upon and answer yourself, is it not? Even with Violet, I have to be careful with how detailed I am. We drink differently when we learn what's really in our water. We drink differently when we learn what water really is. We drink differently when we learn that water doesn't actually exist. When we learn all that, we can't help but forget how to swim. Still, as her mother, it pains me. It never gets easy seeing her in these kinds of situations. But I have faith in her. No matter how many barriers there are for her on the surface, Violet still has everything she needs to succeed. She's happy down there, most of the time. More than here, I think. And soon she'll be the strongest fish in the bowl, no matter how vast it is. Only then she'll be able to live forever. What is this? I observed that creative types tend to have the most lucidity, autonomy while underneath. Uncreative types surprisingly tend to craft what little initial framework there is and manifest those more of those tropes to help them achieve their individual subconscious goals. This makes sense as tropes are just like anything else, both in soft fiction and hard fiction environments. It's not like kids these days. What? Hang on. It's not like these kids got much time to relax anyway. I can't really blame them for wanting a little summer fun every now and then, as unambitious as it is on the surface. They've earned it, honestly. Most of the time, the goals of these uncreative types are harmless. An outing at a local restaurant, a cutesy date involving fresh baked goods, etc. Most of the time, it's just the job of the creatives to react to these goals in a positive manner, if they can. Certain literary and chemical trends come to mind here. Action and reaction. If the creatives play along, things remain stable enough. If they act out too much, then the soft fiction has the potential to destabilize for everyone involved. terrorful, although shortly after. We're all drinking from the same bowl, after all. Everybody ends up bringing something into it with them, even if they aren't aware of it, which is why it is the responsibility of those creatives to placate or rather accommodate the tropes of the uncreatives to the best of their abilities. What? Therefore, it stands to reason that the only way for creative types to make full use of their autonomy without drastic consequences for others, other than engaging in mutually beneficial consensual activities, is to isolate themselves from the rest of the group. I can't imagine their absence won't be felt, though, as this requirement for accommodation can only be fulfilled if all parties involved are close enough to whether others wants in the first place. Only then they are allowed to sit at the table and drink deep. It seems if any individual involved, creative or otherwise, distances themselves for too long, no distance will be felt. As with anything in life, balance is key. What is going on here? Okay. Individuals that can pivot between creative and uncreative mindsets seem to be exceptionally rare, at least in my previous social circles. Still, the fact that it's possible to make that switch is still fascinating. Maybe it's less about creativity and more about temperament. Maybe the third hard fiction plays into it. Regardless, cases like Emil will have to be observed more whenever I get the chance, as will any future situation. Hang on. Allies with each other. Does it come to the influence of the other, or is a situation akin to hard fiction? Hard to tell. I'm only operating off a wisp of smoke and paper scraps. What I'd do, what I'd give to bring these notes with me wherever I go. Okay. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep watching this happen. Her deaths have only increased in the soft fiction since I've confronted Judith. Nothing I can say or do can influence her. It always destabilizes. She's completely walled herself off. In this immature architecture of hers, there's only a way for her to get what she wants. This is the trope that she's been clinging to. The myth of death fixing everything. But if she hates her so much, then why is Judith still allowed to drink at the table? If they hate each other so much, then why wouldn't they be close enough to react in the first place? No, I'm sure she hated Dolly, and I'm sure she hates me as well. Preference can be that of a factor. It can still be close to people you despise. Even so, why is Violet humor? Oh, excuse me. I'm still too young to be making these kinds of choices. I need to keep them apart in all environments and keep. What? I need to be a good parent. I'm a fool. What's more, I'm a horrible teacher. Thinking of myself as an expert on things nobody could ever research effectively. We are all drowning. We have been for a while. We could feel it in the humid air leading up to the graduation. In the hard fiction, maybe this is unique to Florida, to Siren's Call. Maybe I'm just crazy. Even so, I know this much. We aren't fish. We aren't butterflies dreaming of being fish. We are people. And people can only drown one way. No matter if you're at the front of the bowl, the back, or the side. They all sink towards the center, at least before corpses balloon back up. The center. The center. This is the center. And she'd be stupid not to be afraid of what she found here. She never killed her, not once in the soft fiction. Did she kill her? Even with the perfect architecture, she couldn't kill her. They're friends after all. Wait, I need help. Weird morning today, hon. Auntie says she's not teaching me anymore about lucid dreaming until graduation's over. She said the next lesson was too much of an info hazard and that I had been more important things to be focusing on. I don't really get what I need to focus on exactly. You and everybody else already helped me get my makeup work done on time, so I don't know what the big deal is. Still, she seemed really frazzled. I didn't press her too much, but it's weird. If I'm such a natural, she shouldn't be cutting me off at the knees like this. No matter what she says about nightmares, the reality is I've been Sleeping much better than ever doing this. Plus, I get to keep my hair the way I was when I'm asleep now. Purple in the daytime and blonde when I'm asleep. Best of both. What? Then again, you'd love me either way, right? Honestly, I teach you about things we do over the summer. Who knows what kind of trouble we could get into? Colon 3. Though, knowing us, we'd probably end up talking the night away like normal. Either way, that's something to consider, right? I think it'd be lots of fun. Stay classy and gassy, love pup. I'll see you at lunch. Appreciate you getting your phone. This is better than texting anyway. I understand it now. Things have never been more clear. Judith was right. My thinking was two-dimensional. Completely two-dimensional. It was never moving. It was always a bulb. And what is a bulb? What one half of a sphere? What? I... Okay. Okay, let me close the game. And then reopen it. I... I... Okay. On. On full screen on. Hang on. There we go. Starting. I guess let's do the other route. I I'm still trying to process all of this. Does anything change? I mean, we're 3 out of 4 achievements. So is this a lucid dream, or how much of this is real? Okay, so you put something in this, didn't you? Motherly love. Now stop whining like you're some tit-sucking toddler and eat. A web-like structure glistens between the flesh of the flower and the pie crust. It looks sharp, like the gills of a suffocating fish. Tell, sweetie, what I do with my Saturday nights is none of your fucking business. Whoa, okay. Wait, the music's distorting. I didn't ask you how many times you've sodomized that purple-haired hussy of a girlfriend, do I? Eyes glued to mine, she minces the paper until it's nothing more than a pile of damp confetti. Well, she starts to twitch a little. thank the Lord. Uh, uh, there's so much going on in the story. Grab spatula and garbage disposal. Down into the void. That was a nice detail with how the music's distorted as the mother was angry. Oh, there's my star pupil. I, no, anything new? Okay. Someone's niece doesn't end up getting pregnant. Autism and epilepsy. That's a line that gets me. So, is this game about like someone's experience with autism, or I'm getting curious. Kids be kids. They're both 18. They're not exactly adults either. Adults being an adult sucks, so I wonder why do they make him look like this? Maybe go out on the patio and mow a little bit of grass. Bag of grass clippings. Sunday is the day of. Okay. Just tastes like sunflower pie. Don't be a smartass. If I find a breakfast other than your stomach, trust me, there will be hell to pay. Sunflower pie. Family recipe. Don't worry about it. Boy looks plenty full if you ask me. Not to mention those big old crumbs on the side of his face. Crumbs? You see him? I came in and his cheeks and lips looked flakier than Tommy the Tiger's. Aw, okay, so she's helping out. That's good. Trying new things and every now and then is important. Yep. Right on now, Oliver. Oh, one more thing. Say goodbye to your father before you go. So, how does... I actually wonder how. So when it comes to Violet, then what did the dad have to do with her? Okay, I need to go to the Steam page real quick. Hold on. Well, like the developer page. Because I just need to know. Okay, Sunflower Pie. So, escape velocity. What is this? Okay, wait. Hang on. So, what's in the full game? Visual novel, dark mystery, drama, story, rich, early access game. Interesting. Wait, on the store page, they have like their own cards and okay. I think I need to play this. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I think I know what I'm gonna playing next. Okay, anyway, we know how scary the dad is. That I don't know what's going on, but that's scuffed. Okay, now we know why he doesn't like the candle lighter. Okay. So what was the dad's involvement with Violet, or was that portion a dream? Or what is this? Because if they're not, if is it medication? Is it gonna be like one of those twists where I've been on medication, but the one day I neglect it, right? That everything I see the world for how it is or something? Christ on a cracker. What on earth happened to you, Dolly? Bridge our nose and sighs. That's unprofessional of me. Thank you for getting me out of there. Thank you for lying to her. I know that's something you're not exactly a fan of doing, but it made my job like 10 times easier. It wasn't nearly this horrible back in high school. Maybe it's just easier to be well behaved when you're wide awake. Or when you don't have the burden of parenthood to blame for every little thing that bothers you. But enough of that, let's get you where you need to go. Or just enjoy time with her. Other than Andy ducking out for a jog mid-sermon, that has to be kind of wild. It's just like you're at church, you're spending time, you're sitting in the pews, you get the pastor talking, and then it's just like, oh, hold on, I gotta go for a jog. Interesting. Okay. I think this is probably gonna be the longest recording ever, as it's about an hour. We're about like 57 minutes now? Okay. I guess it's all symbolic, where they talk about inheriting, like inheritance, they talk about, you know, epilepsy, autism. The head seem to be symbolic for what it could be like. The heart could be like a good hearted person. The eye is for the epilepsy in the family. Sunflower is typically a symbol for autism. I don't know. I don't think I can really do anything with Judith. I'm trying to think. I mean, honestly, this game is beautiful. It's well written, and the symbolism is just insane. But was the shooting real? Like, the mom got shot 5 times in the chest, or 5, 6 times. And I did hold the revolver. Hmm. I'm sorry if I'm just spamming through. So far, there's no new dialogue. genuinely, I wonder what is the father's connection to Violet? And did she actually? Oh no, that's a dumb thing to say because I just looked at the sequel. So yeah, no, she's not dead. So then what was that death supposed to show? Is is this more like a lucid dream that you're awakened? One hell of a psychosis moment? I genuinely don't know. Ah, interesting. Okay. Well, I don't even know what to say to that. Take from your body. Like what is this scene supposed to represent? Hmm. I huh. Oh, fuck, I skipped it. That's like sweaty dumpster fudge anyway you hack. Oh, she marry him. Body. Okay, so what happened here? You two aren't nearly lucid enough, so like, what is this? And get out of here. It's human understanding. So is there a supernatural element to this? I'm just now thinking about it, especially looking at the logs. It's real. If you shoot yourself, you're gonna die. Suicide or murder. Okay, so I can't. Excuse me. Okay, so. Oh, fuck, there's a new dialogue. Alright. Sorry. Okay, you're a kid. Okay, so the dialogue hasn't changed, but now the art style changes. So what happened? Okay, so I couldn't. Okay, so there's no shot. So do the bullets miss or because I don't know. I have questions. Okay. Okay, so the dialogue here hasn't changed. This was not what I was expecting. I Wow, okay. I found this game while just browsing horror on Steam. So wow. That- That's all I gotta say is just wow. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I guess I missed a choice in or something in the game as I didn't get the achievements. No, I got one achievement. I got 3 out of 4. I Maybe if I close the game, is it gonna is it gonna proc? No, didn't proc, but I'll just I'll uh I'll do another route. But wow, yeah, no, this was much longer than I thought it would be. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, save sunflower, comment sunflower pie in the comments down below. If you liked the video, feel free to like, and I'll see you in the next one as this is day 8, I believe, that we're on. I think it's day 8. Hang on, I gotta double check. Yeah, we're on day 8. Anyways, peace.